Agriculture is the key base of the earth. This is the main resource management for maintain 8 billion lifestyles. But the thing is that when we are talking about the vertical economical policy from global north to south, the Asian countries is always on the top of the resource management regarding development of agriculture in spite of fighting with climate crisis, and the farmers are highly experienced regarding soil degradations and also the soil management regarding new farming style. This is the time to discussions regarding the organic soil carbon, which is very much important topic regarding this scenario and this era, because upcoming future development is always creating new strategies, new challenges with the climate structure and unusual rainfall pattern for agriculture development. This COP30 is going to be a basic standard for the indigenous communities and the new development of sustainability. But this is the another important topic of discussions regarding the organic soil carbon development and the new economical policy, not only for the South Asian country, for the all over the world, to maintain a balance of food and the resource management, because food crisis is equally sustainable crisis from the climate disaster. Before entering the key discussion, I want to express the actual value of the matter of organic soil carbon. What is actually is this? Because it is the regular decompositions from the animals part, from the regular vegetables, and each and every things which we think this is the unusual parts. And the decomposition is very important to maintain a particular organic soil carbon, which is beneficial to maintain a balance for the farming all over the India, Bangladesh and other neighbor countries for the agriculture development. In India, around 75% farming land at present facing a crisis of unusual rainfall pattern. But the key concern statement is that whenever we are discussing about the unusual rainfall is creating a damage for the pattern of farming, but the main crisis belongs to unusual climate disaster and increasing heat wave in South Asian countries. Eventually, in India, somehow some areas and also states like Haryana, Punjab and Western Uttar Pradesh, this crisis is somehow and equally on the measurement of the development of the unusual pattern of climate change regarding our soil degradations and also the crisis of disaster of the farming for the farmlands. And this is the time to make a particular change and action based regarding our resource management. This is the time to use properly the soil, because soil has the power to control the carbon emissions and it has the power to control the complete carbon disaster which is actually creating crisis from the climate disaster. And this is the time that we need to make an actions regarding our plantation and heavily, and somehow some areas, if some areas like Rajasthan, they are if facing a crisis of carbon dioxide or for the land or soil in the development of the farming, they can use easily the organic soil carbon for the farming development. And this is the time to make a key actions regarding to plant heavily all over the India, all over the Bangladesh and the many countries who are actually believe on the base of agriculture, and to use the organic soil carbon for the development, and highly on the matter of the use where the rainfall pattern is extremely creating damage. It can help the easy farming and it can also control the carbon dioxide emission heavily, because farms have the power to maintain these kinds of balance. Another thing we can't forget that the carbon credit system, which is very much important, and there should be incentives for the farmer, because farmers have the particular experience how to manage the carbon and how to control the emissions with the use of soil in the proper manner. And we should be maintain a policy, and this is the time that government of India and other countries should maintain implications of new policies to give incentives to all farmers regarding the emissions controls, regarding a carbon credit point, and also how they are control their soil management. And This year we already watched the crisis of the rainfall and Cherrapunji monsoon because they faced the unusual pattern of the rainfall cycle crisis, and this is the first time in the history in last 180 years Cherrapunji monsoon was in dry scenario. And this is the time when we're talking about the rainfall crisis, and this crisis can manage with the farming development on the agriculture development with the use of soil on the proper management scenario with the organic soil carbon for the particular growth of the soils and the farming, and to control the emission for the future. And this should be the new generation agriculture pattern for India, and this should be the beneficial for 1.4 billion people resource management. Thank you.